Thanks for watching Everyday Ready. Joel here. Today it's going to be some tactical driving tips. Let's get into it. First tip I want to give you guys is about your mirror positioning. Can you see how in my mirror you can just barely see the car? But what that does is it gives me more view out to the side of the car. It can allow you to pick up people walking up on you from your blind spot, but it also can help eliminate blind spots when you're driving. Most people have their mirrors way in here like this because they want to see straight behind them. But that's what the rear view mirror is for. So why not position that mirror where you can just barely see the sides and gain that tactical advantage. Alright guys, the next tip is how close you get to the vehicle in front of you. In my opinion, you should always leave about a half to a full car length in front of you. That way, if there ends up being some sort of a road blockage up in front of you, or the car in front of you stalls or dies or whatever, you can easily get out and around them. You can also get out fast if you have to. You don't have to back up and reposition and do a two-point turn or anything like that to get out and about. So leave some space between you and the car in front of you and gain that tactical advantage while driving. Alright guys, next tip here is to try to never be stuck in a center lane. If there's any kind of a blockage intentionally by rioters or anything like that, it could be really difficult for you to get out. Or if there's an accident or stalled vehicle, you want to be in a lane with an exit. So you could be in the far left lane. You can usually just turn across the painted line, or you can be in the far right lane where you could drive up over the curb if you had to. So just as much as possible. I know this is a tough one because you can't always do it right, but if at all possible, try to be in a lane that gives you an escape route. Okay guys, this is a perfect example of what I was talking about. I'm in a lane, I left myself an out, there's a blockage, and I can quickly cut the middle and escape. Perfect example that just happened. That's a perfect example of what I was saying about picking a lane with an out. Right, if I would have been stuck in that center lane behind that construction traffic, who knows how long I would have been sitting there. Or if it was a worst case scenario like a riot or something like that, to get stuck in that kind of a lane, that's bad news in my opinion. I never want that. I never want to be trapped without an out. So I left space between me and the vehicle in front of me, and I was in a far side lane, left side in this case, and I was able to just pick an opening in the traffic and flip a U-ey and get out of there. That's exactly the reason why I suggested that. Alright guys, last little tip that I'm going to throw in here. We had 3 main tips, and this is the last little pro tip, and that is mindset. Okay, if you want to be more tactically minded in everything you do, which will help you be more everyday ready, prepared to deal with the things that life throws at you, you need to establish a baseline for society, right? Everybody obeys certain laws and does certain things because it's what everybody does. It's what we are supposed to do. But if you study those things, you will often find little loopholes that could maybe get you in trouble, but definitely won't get you thrown in prison. Like, you know, sticking to a side lane when you're driving around town and driving over a curb to bug out. You're probably not going to get caught. If you do, that's a small ticket. It's not jail time or anything like that. You know what I mean? So it's like the mindset behind tactical driving or just personal protection in any way, shape, or form is to figure out what people commonly do, the norms, and then figure out your little ways, whatever you're comfortable with, to get around that. And that helps you be a little more everyday ready for the adventures you choose and the emergencies you don't. Hit that like button for me, guys. Maybe consider sharing the video with some people. Appreciate it. Thank you.